Good afternoon. I'm very glad to be here. I'd like to thank the sponsors of the conference, all of you, for having me to speak for NWHA today. I have to admit, this is the first conference I've been to, but I will say it won't be my last. So whether as a speaker or as a participant, I've just really been impressed this morning. It's been uplifting and eye-opening, and Mr. Harlan's going to be a hard act to follow here now. So anyways, here we go. I am current vice president, or excuse me, I was vice president until just a month ago when our current president at the time, Jason Crawhorn, needed to retire for some personal reasons, so I was glad to step up. I've always been interested in INWA, and though I wasn't a founding member, I've been a member since the first. So a little bit about myself. I've been showing Tennessee walking horses since 1974. And my parents, that lived in a subdivision at the time, just finally got tired of hearing me beg and beg and beg to please ride a horse, and sent me on a mission at a local barn to clean stalls and earn my lessons, which just happened to be on a walking horse. And even though I've ridden and enjoyed other breeds of horses, my heart was lost to a walking horse at that time. I began training flat-shod horses for show, versatility, and trail in the 1980s, and I've been showing ever since. And I am fully aware, when you showed in the late 70s, 80s, I'm fully aware of what went on in the walking horse industry. Many of us who showed horses at that time, flat-shod horses particularly, we were proud to win maybe a 5th place ribbon in a class because maybe we were the first technically really sound horse in the class to win, and we considered that a blue ribbon. So luckily for me and for others, oh boy. I'm sorry, which one does which? Okay. Fortunately for me and a group of people, many others, a group of people, and we've got some of the founding members here, Sandy, Susie, Dr. Lawler, and his wife Pam. They saw a need for a place to show a sound horse on a level playing field. And the NWHA was formed. And it was formed for the purpose of showing, riding, and enjoying sound horses. In that year, these dedicated bunch of people formed an HIO, trained DQPs, trained judges, and stepped out into the show world. And I have to say, it is such a delight to show in a circuit, on a circuit, where not just myself and the DQP, but the owners, the riders, the trainers, the judges, we all want sound horses. And we all watch for that. We all are guard dogs of our sound horse show circuit. It's judges are trained and instructed to place horses according to the rules in that division and to excuse horses that exhibit an unnatural, unlevel, or a cramped style of going. Currently, we provide classes for walking, racking, and spotted saddle horses for rail classes. These classes are all divided by shoe size, English, Western tack, the horse's way of going, and the horse's demeanor. With walking horses division, for example, this is an all-day pleasure horse that you see. He may exhibit walking, racking, or foxtrotting gaits. The division is considered beginner-friendly in the fact that just 2 gaits are really necessary to show in the class, although canter classes are offered. This horse shows a trail walk, which is on a loose, relaxed, comfortable rein, the way you would many times ride your horse down the trail. And then the next gait calls for pleasure gait, and that might be any of the gaits that I mentioned above. Horses are judged on steadiness, suitability for trail, and family type. At some point in the class, all exhibitors are required to halt and show quietness and a willing nature to stand. Well, maybe. There we go. Country pleasure. This division is also a trail riding utility type of horse, but they are judged on walking horse gaits. The flat walk and running walk are called for, as well as a trail walk, which is called to show a horse's quietness and relaxed attitude. They are expected to walk on a quiet rein, relaxed rein, to show good behavior and suitability for whatever they might be used for. Canter classes are also offered. The all-day and country pleasure classes were new last season for NWHA under the current guidelines that we had, and they were extremely popular classes at our shows. Trail pleasure. The trail pleasure horse is still suitable for trail riding and enjoying, but in this division, we see a horse that is, you can see more stride, more defined shake, and the horse is limited on front lift to a 45-degree angle. We found that this helps tremendously in our judging and also for the exhibitor, the competitor, to know which division to put his horse in. Manners are paramount. The horse is quiet, willing, and easy performer. A halt is optional on the rail to test for quietness. You can see horses shown in English and Western, according to class description, and I think you can see a pretty good difference in the two horses' frames from English to Western. This is our light shod horse, and the light shod horse and the park light horse that we're going to discuss, and then plantation horses, are all judged by the same judging standard. The divisions are separated by shoe size. That's a park light horse. The horse, I would think of these horses as more of the sports car of our show circuit. You know, they're moving forward, they're animated, and while you could probably ride one on a trail, this horse is using himself quite a bit more than probably something that would last all day long on the trail for you. But the divisions are separated into English and Western. That's our plantation horse. That's the maximum size shoe that our horses are allowed to carry. They're all limited. All our horses are limited to a 5-inch toe. And we do not allow bands anywhere on the grounds or in the show ring. The horses are divided in English and Western again, and we are seeing a much more defined Western horse and a much more defined English horse even in these divisions. Well, it is very sensitive. NWHA also offers a versatility program. We call ours the Lifetime Superior Achievement Program, or LSAP, and it has something for everybody. Championships can be earned in English and Western pleasure, versatility and model. Versatility events, points can be garnered in barrel racing, reining, driving, dressage, equitation, stock seat, equitation, pole bending, trail obstacle, jumping, water glass, and Western riding. Dressage is probably one of our fastest growing in the versatility events. And many horses do all of this. They show on the rail, they do these events, but the horses that we typically find doing both the versatility and the rail are in the all-day pleasure, the country pleasure, and the trail pleasure divisions. Recognizing that probably the gaited horse in general is the biggest kept secret on the trail, we offer a trail program. Got my pages mixed up. Excuse me a minute. The NWHA offers a trail rider incentive program. It's called TRIP. It is designed for members that would rather be on the trail than in the show ring. Trip is for weekend riders, and it's also for people who spend several days in a row at some trail rides. Trip is open to any member in NWHA and any gated horse that is owned by an NWHA member. And that means that as long as the horse is owned by an NWHA member, it can accumulate hours under different riders. The annual high hour rider, adult rider, high hour horse, and high hour youth rider are awarded at our banquet every year at our annual meeting. The competitive trail ride horses, or CHIP, is a little different. It's designed for horses that compete in such rides as ACTA or endurance rides, and these awards are based on mileage, and they're awarded at the first 100 miles and then every 250 miles after that. And these awards are also presented annually at our banquet. Okay. So that's good because I'm concluding. So the National Walking Horse was started, developed, and remains an organization for showing, riding, and enjoying sound Tennessee walking horses. Our officers, our directors, and our members work for a mission. We promote the general welfare of the horse. We advocate the horse against abuse. We increase public awareness of what the horse really can do. And we work with other walking horse industry groups who are interested in the same goals. So thank you for having me today, and it's been wonderful.